Hello, I'm Professor Rad, and today we're going to talk about how you can use a number line to help you add signed numbers. So let's get started with an example. This one says to use a number line to find the sum of 5 plus -4 plus -6. Now, when we introduced signed numbers, we mentioned that sometimes you'll put parentheses around a signed number, and that's so that we know that this is a -4, not a subtracting 4. So that's why those parentheses are there. They're there just kind of like to hold the number together. You can kind of think of it that way. So here's how I can use a number line to add these three numbers to figure out where we end up. So I'm going to start out at 5, right? So this is where I'm starting. So I'm going to look at 5 on the number line. Start. Now, if any of these numbers are positive, when I add them, that's going to cause me to go up. If it's negative, it's going to cause me to go down. So if I add a positive, I move to the right. And if I add a negative, I move to the left. And I'm going to move that many spaces. So this -4, I'm going to move 4 spaces to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's where I am now. And then when I add the -6, I'm going to move 6 spaces to the left from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's nothing else to add, so this is where I end up. So I ended up at -5. So 5 plus -4 plus -6 is going to equal -5. That's how you can use a number line to add signed numbers. So let's do a few more. So we're going to find each of these sums here. I'm going to zoom out just a little so we can get them all together. There we go. Okay, when I'm creating a number line to help me add, what I like to do is put the starting number right in the middle, and then that gives me enough space to work going either left or right. So for this first one, we're going to add -5 plus -8. So I'm starting at -5, so I'm going to put -5 here in the middle. And then I'm adding -8. So that means I'm going to go 8 spaces, and because it's negative, going to the left. So starting here, I'm going to count 8 spaces left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is where I end up. Now I just have to figure out what number that is. So let me put a few numbers in relationship. A few numbers in relationship to this -5. So if this is -5, this would be -4, -3, -2, -1, 0. So that gives me a sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's -10. 11, 12, 13. So it looks like we get -13 when we add -8 to -5. Let's see what happens if I add 2 positives. Now this is just a normal addition, so you don't have to complicate it. You can just add 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we know the answer here, but let's check it with the number line to make sure that our systems all work smoothly, right? You want everything to work in harmony. So I'm going to start out at 5, and then I'm going to go 8 places to the right since it's positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is where I end. And if I fill in numbers, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we ended up at 13, just like we expected to. So this is what mathematicians do in the wild, right? Is they have a process, in this case adding positives, and they want to try and extend that to adding new kinds of numbers, like adding negatives. And you want your process for positives to be the same result that you would get using an old process. And that's what we're checking here. All right, let's try -5 plus 8. So I'm going to put -5 there in the middle. And since I'm adding a positive, I'm going to move to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this is where I end up. And now let's add in some numbers here. So if this is -5, that means the numbers get bigger as I go to the left. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, for example. And then get smaller as I go to the right. So 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And now I'm going to be counting up again because I have positives. So 1, 2, 3. So it looks like -5 plus 8 is going to give us a +3. All right, let's do this last one together as well. We've got 5 plus -8. So I'm starting at 5 in the middle. And since I'm adding a negative, I'm going to move to the left 8 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And once again, I've got to sort of orient myself with what these different numbers are. So if this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And since we need to figure out what this is, as we move left, now I'm going to be the negatives. So -1, -2, -3. So it looks like 5 plus -8 is going to be -3. All right, so in this video, we talked about how to add integers using a number line. And this works really well if you're a visual learner, if spacing things out helps you to understand things. But maybe you're not so much a visual learner. Maybe you think about numbers in a different way. So in the next video, we're going to talk about how you can use money as an alternate way of thinking about adding or subtracting signed numbers. So I'll see you then, and I hope you have a wonderful day.